Good morning, language warriors. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are, hello. It's Sunday, June 18th. It's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. It's 9:20 a.m. here in Cincinnati, Ohio, on this Father's Day. Hello, Kiki. Hello, Adam. Hello, Hila. Hello, Gina. Welcome to English Origins. This is my live stream where I teach about etymology. If you don't know what etymology means, etymology is the study of the history of words. Okay? Good morning, Maribel. ¿Cómo estás? I'm okay. How are you? Muy bien. It looks like it's going to be a nice day today for weather. I think we're kind of getting back to normal a little bit. Today's going to be a little bit more hot. That's good. The last few days have been almost cold. It's very weird. Hello, Jay. Hello, Solo. Hello, Anna. Hello, Asma. All right. Yes. So, I suppose we can get started. Shall we? Why don't we? So today, I wanted to start with one word. I want to start with one word, and then I want to show you how many other words you can learn based on that one word. Okay? This is a fun little trick. And this is the reason why learning etymology is a very good way to learn vocabulary. Okay? So, let's start with this word. Transport. Yes, sure, Kit. It's etymology. Etymology. So let's start with the word transport. Transport. What does transport mean? That's right. It is two words. What do those words mean? Trans means across. That's right. Port doesn't mean place in this case. No. Nope. Not quite. You're in the right neighborhood, but not quite. Port has many meanings, actually. Port. The original meaning of trans is across or to cross, right? The original meaning of port means to carry. The original meaning of port is to carry. It comes from a Latin word, portare, which means to carry. So, to transport is to carry across. To carry, C-A-R-R-Y, to carry. To carry something means to hold something and move it. That's correct. Right? So, transport. Trans means across. Port means carry. Carry across. That's what transporting means, right? But there are so many other words that are related to the word transport. So, for example, the word port. What is a port? Let's see. We have a harbor. That's right. So that's one meaning. That's one meaning of it. That's correct. The modern meaning of the word port is usually talking about a harbor. But if you look at the original meaning of the word port, let's see. So the Old English port does mean a harbor. But if you go back before that, in Latin, it also means a house or a warehouse. And originally, it meant an entrance. An entrance. Okay? So a port is an entrance to the city from the ocean or sea or lake, I suppose. But so a port is a gate. It's a door, right? And there are other meanings of port that are similar to that too. So what about what is this? What is a portal? Anyone? That's right, it's a door. A portal is a gate or door or opening to something. Okay, so again, the word port in this case means, it originally meant to carry across, right? To carry something. So a port in a city is the place where you can carry things into the city, right? So basically, imagine it's the doorway where you're allowed to carry things through, right? What about this? What about this word? What is a porter? What is a porter? That's right, Solo. A porter usually means someone who carries your bags at a hotel, right? Usually it's at a hotel. They used to have porters at the airports or porters at the train stations, but now I think it's usually just at nice hotels. And a porter is someone who carries your things. Okay? That's right, transporter. Or how about portable? What about portable? What does that mean? Able to carry. That's right. Port means carry. Able means able. So portable means able to be carried. So if it's portable, it's able to be carried. All right? All right. How about this word? Or this word? Or this word? Import. Import. Oops. Try that again. So, import means to bring something in from abroad, right? In this case, the word in means into. Okay, im means into, and portare means carry. So, to import means to carry in. To export means to carry out. Ex means out. Im means in. Okay? And deport. So deport in this case, right? What does deport mean? If you've been deported, what happened to you? Deport. D means off or away, and port means carry. So to deport something or someone means to carry them away or off. Okay? So look at that. Transport, porter, deport, export, import, portable. There's many more. How about this word? Important. Has the word port in it, right? Yeah, so the word important means something significant, or it's something that has weight or consequences, right? So where does that come from? The Latin word importare means to bring in or carry in from abroad. So important is information that's significant to carry. So if you have significant information to carry, then that information is of import, meaning it's valuable, it's significant. You carry the information in your mind, right? All right, let's keep going. Hey, I see some other questions here, but I'm sorry, no. I'm teaching my class, so you have to wait. If you want to ask other questions, you must wait. Okay? Sorry. How about this word? Portfolio. Portfolio. Yes, those. So a portfolio could be many things today, right? There are many different kinds of portfolios that people have. But in this case, port means carry and folio means papers. So portfolio, your portfolio means the papers you carry. Folio means papers in this case. The original meaning of folio comes from the Latin word folium, which means a sheet or leaf. So like a piece of paper, right? And that eventually became the word for book. So a long time ago, the word folio meant a book with a back and a cover. So, yeah, your portfolio are the papers you carry. The papers you carry. Okay? How about this word? So we talked about important. How about this word? Importune. What does importune mean? What does importune mean? No, it doesn't mean lucky. Yeah, traveler, it means to solicit. So to importune someone basically means to bother someone all the time, to bother them, right? So the word importune We have the word im, which in this case means not. Okay? And then the word port in this case does mean harbor. So the word importune really means no harbor, which means you can't find any safe place to go to get away from the person who's bothering you. So if someone is trying to importune you, they are trying to bother you or solicit things from you or annoy you with some information, right? And in this case, importune means you can't find a safe place to go to get away from them. There's no harbor. You can't get out. That's right. You can't get away. That's right. That's what it means. Okay. Or now we talked about importune. How about this one? Opportune. What does opportune mean? If something is opportune, it means that it's convenient and timely. So if I say, oh, that's opportune, that means, oh, that came at a good time, right? That happened very nicely at the right time for me, right? So opportune, in this case, op means in front of. It means in front of, okay, or toward. Something in front of you. And port means a harbor. So if something is opportune, it means, look, right in front of you, there's the harbor. Oh, how nice. That was easy. Where's the harbor? Oh, it's right in front of you. Well, that was opportune. Okay, means like convenient and timely. Timely. Okay? And then that's right, we have the word opportunity. Right? So opportunity comes from the word opportune, which again means an easy gate right in front of you, an easy doorway right in front of you, an easy harbor right in front of you. Okay, so an opportunity is an easy thing that's right in front of you, that's timely and good for you to do, right? All right, what about this word? Passport. Hello, passport, everyone. Port, meaning what? So, the original passport comes from the word pass, meaning, well, to pass. So the original meaning of passer means to pass. And then the word port, meaning a door or to carry. Yeah. So in this case, the original sense is obsolete. It's kind of funny how the original meaning of this one just means to pass through a door. But actually, now it means a document that gives you permission to go through that door. So it still kind of has the root meaning is still there. Right? You can, yeah, that's right. It allows you to pass into other countries, right? Like a door into other countries. It allows you to pass into other countries, like a door, right? Okay, so we have the word passport. Now I'm going to give you one that's really good, and you're going to be like, whoa, no way, that word is related to the word transport? What about this word, everybody? Sport. how could the word sport be related to the word transport? How is sport related to transport? What are sports for? Why do we do sports? Why do we do sports? They're games. That's right, they're games. They're things to amuse us. It's play. That's right. So, sport comes from the word, there's a French word, déporter, which means to amuse or play or to divert yourself. So, when you do sports, port means to carry. You're carrying your mind away. You're carrying your mind away. It gives you a distraction. It's something interesting and fun to do. So sports carry your mind away. I think that's cool. Yeah, it carries us to a healthy future. To that too. Yeah, also. How about this word? Report. What does mean? Means again. Port means carry. So to report means to carry the information again. I think that's cool. There are many more. How about this word? What is that word? Rapport. Rapport. What does rapport mean? That's right, establishing rapport. So what does rapport mean? Yeah, it means a relationship or a friendship or a level of understanding between you, right? So again, in this case means meaning again, and in this case, the word apportare is a Latin word that means to bring. And then we have the word portare, meaning to carry, right? So your rapport is the relationships that you carry with you. So yeah, if you have rapport, it means, let's see, where do they say that? Yeah, it's basically the established relationships that you carry with you. If you have rapport, then you're carrying a sense of relationship with you. Okay? Daya, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to help you right now. I am busy teaching my class, Daya. I'm sorry. You know that. You know the rules. I'm teaching my class. If you want to ask me questions outside of the topic, that's okay, but not right now. Okay? All right. Now, there's a few more words. What about this word? Support. Support. What is support? It's help. That's right. Support means help. So the word support, sup comes from the word sub, meaning under, up from under, okay? And port means to carry. So support means the thing that carries you from under. Support. It gives you support. It carries you from under. Yeah. So it's like sub becomes sub. Okay. Sub, support. And let me see. Did I miss any? Did I miss any other words? Transport, porter, comport, deport, export, import, important, portable, portage. I don't think I did portage. What is portage? What is portage? Well, first, so portage, again, yeah, means to carry something from one body of water to another or going around some kind of obstacle. Okay? So how difficult is it going to be to transport this thing from here to there, right? Around obstacles or whatever, right? And portage, again, comes from the word meaning to pass over, and portare, meaning to carry, right? So in this case, it means the carrying of boats from one water to another water. So portage, in this case, in modern sense, means the boats from one water to another water, right? From one ocean to another ocean, or from one body of water to another body of water. But again, it has the same meaning, carrying, right? Yes, I will give you a list, Jackie. Yes, I will. And how about this word? It's not a very commonly used word anymore, but portcullis. What is a portcullis? What is a portcullis, everyone? This is not a word we use very much anymore, and the reason why is because I'll show you what it is. This is a portcullis. The big, heavy door that you can see through, that's a portcullis. Okay? And in this case, it's a strong gate made of wood or iron that is, in this case, again, it's the gate, right? It allows you to pass through. So it's the gate. In this case, the word port means the gate where you're allowed to carry things through, right? And the word cullis, that's interesting. It means to slide, I think. So a portcullis means a sliding door, in this case, for a castle. Yeah, Hero, that's more of a European thing, I think, but I'm not sure. I don't know if other cultures also did the portcullis or not. I don't know. That's a good question. Okay? All right. Did I get all of the words now? Yeah, I think I did. So we started with the word transport. And then we did the word port, porter, export, import, comport, deport, portable, important, portage, portcullis, portfolio, portal, importune, opportune, opportunity, passport, purport. I think we did that one. I don't know if I forgot to do that one or not. Sport, rapport, report, and support. All of those words are related. That is why you need to know etymology if you're learning English. Yeah, tip flip, I think I forgot to do the word purport. Let me do that one really quickly. To purport. So the purported meaning of something means the supposed meaning, or that which is conveyed or expressed, right? So it means, what's the basic feeling of this thing, right? And the meaning of this comes from the word to carry, right? And so it means that which is done or affected. Huh, interesting. Contents or tenor. Per meaning. Forth. To carry forth. So, yeah, the word purport means to carry forth the information, right? So in this case, it's like, what is the supposed meaning of this thing? Okay? What meaning does it carry? Is probably the best way to put it. What meaning does this thing carry? All right, so yeah, look at that. All of those words: transport, porter, comport, deport, export, import, important, portable, portage, portcullis, portfolio, portal, port, importune, opportune, opportunity, passport, purport, sport, report, rapport, and support. J, you can't memorize them, or you shouldn't memorize them, but that's the point of learning etymology. If you learn etymology, you don't need to memorize anything. Okay, maybe you need to memorize the word port, which means to carry. Because then, if you see the word port in other words like opportune and important in transport, then you might be able to understand what it means. All right, so this is why I like etymology, and why etymology is really useful for non-native speakers. Okay, it's one of the best ways to learn vocabulary. Okay, pluviophile. The word port has several different meanings, actually. So a port can be a door. A port can be a place where boats or ships come into the land, right? So if you have a city and many, many boats come to that city to bring maybe goods or things to sell, that's the port. Okay, it's a port city. That's the city where all the boats go to to transfer their goods. Okay? But port has several different meanings. It can mean a gate. It can mean a kind of red wine. Port is also the name of a kind of dark red wine that comes from Portugal. Yeah. And because it was shipped from Portugal to England, they used a port or harbor to get it. So they called it port wine. Okay? Can port be a platform? I don't think so. No. Nope. Not that I can think of. Okay? Airport. Yeah, there's another one. The things that carry in the air. That's right. See, look how useful this is. Look how useful etymology is. Who likes etymology? Anyone? I do. How do you say portage in Spanish? That's a good question. Let me find out for you. This says porteo. You've never heard that word in Spanish. Well, then that's interesting. One moment. Let me do a little more searching. Yeah, this says el porteo. El porteo. Hay algunos porteos necesarios por este viaje de rafting. There are a few necessary portages along this rafting trip. El porteo. Yeah, I think it's not a very commonly used word depending on where you live, right? Because if you don't live in a place where they have boats that have to transfer from one water to another water, then maybe you don't know that word, right? Okay? But here, I used this website here. The Oxford Dictionary, a book for etymology. No, Muhammad Ali, if you want to find the etymology, then you should use this website. etymonline.com. etymonline.com. Okay? So I see a question here about the word portent or portend. I'm looking at the meaning here from the Latin portentum, a sign or token or a monster or omen. Well, they don't give you very much on this one, do they? To portend means to foreshadow or signify in advance. So this word is not related to port because this word has two different roots, por and ten. So this one, it looks like it might be related to port, but it's not. Okay? Portend has a different root. In Spanish it's puerto. But isn't puerto just like door? Too? I could be wrong. Okay. I'm sorry I can't help you with the Spanish. I'm not that good at... I'm good at English etymology. I'm not good at Spanish-English etymology. Does the word Portugal have anything to do with the word port? Let's find out. Portugal comes from the medieval Latin portuscale, which was the Roman name, the port of Gaia. So yes, the country Portugal, the original meaning Portucale. Alfonso, Count of Portucale, became the first king of Portugal. So it looks like, yes, a long time ago, there was I think that's where if you traveled from that area, then that's where they called it the Port in Gale, which means the port of Gaia, which I guess is just the name of that area from a long time ago. So that one's a little bit hard for me to figure out, but it looks like it just means the harbor from that area from a long time ago. Okay? Portugal comes from the words portuscale. Puerta and puerto are different. Okay. Gotcha. Right. Puerto Rico, rich beach. Right. That's interesting, right? See, look, etymology is useful in all of those languages too. If you speak Spanish or Italian or French or Romanian or Portuguese, then etymology is very, very, very useful to you also. Okay? So, even the word Portugal is related to the word transport, which is related to the word sport. But I didn't know that one about sport. The word sport means an activity that carries your mind away. That's pretty cool, I think. I'm not a big sports fan, but that word now helps me feel a little bit more interested in it. I like knowing the meaning. It helps me. So, do you get it, everybody? Look at that. Look at that one word. We just looked at one word. And by the way, I only did the first part. So we started with the word transport, right? And then I gave you all the words that have port in it. But I didn't do all the words that have trans in it. Do you know how many words have trans in it? A lot. A lot of words have trans in it. So there are many, many, many other words you could learn that begin with the word trans. Okay? Right. It's hard to see any connection without knowing the meaning or the origin. But once you see the origin, it's like, oh, well, look at that. That's cool. Now you won't forget the word sport. The word sport means an activity that carries your mind away. That's cool. I can remember that. Paolo, it says port is close to fort also. Well, it certainly is spelled similarly, but just because they're spelled similarly doesn't necessarily mean that they're related. So before you say that that's related, let me go check. Yeah, not related. Okay, so that's why you just because the word sounds the same doesn't mean it's related at all. Okay, so the word fort comes from the word fortress, right? And the original meaning of Latin is fortis, meaning strong or mighty or firm. So a fort is a strong place. That's right. Transport, translate. That's right. Transfer, transplant, transition. There are a lot of trans words. Okay? So what you can do is type in the word trans into... Here, I'll show you. Watch this. Whoops, sorry. Let me get rid of that. There we go. So here is the word trans, okay? And it means across, something across, right? Now I want you to look at, where is it? Here. So here are words that are related to trans. Or no, that's not it. Where is it? Oh, here. It's right here. They just have too many listed. Okay, so here we go. Here's trans. Transatlantic, transoceanic, transnational, transubstantiation. Here, let me move this over so you guys can see it a little bit better. Here, let me try this. Okay, so transubstantiation, transfuse, transfer, transform, transit, transverse, transcribe, transfigure, what is it? Translucent. I couldn't read for a second. Transmute, transitive, transgress, transmit, transplant, transfix. How many more should I do? Transcend, translate, transact, transit, transpose, transpire, transient, travesty, transparent, transfusion. There are more. There are 18 pages, everyone. There are 18 pages of words listed there with the affix trans. Okay? So, there are many, many, many words for trans. Okay? Paulo. No, I'm sorry, but yes, a Ford is what you said, but a fort is not. Okay? Yes, you're right. A ford is part of the river where it's shallow so people can cross. But I didn't say ford. I said fort. F-O-R-T, which comes from the word fortress, which means a strong building, like a castle. Okay? Hello, Yuri. Hello, Tommy. And right, but again, Ford is, I don't think it's related. Let me double check. No. So Ford does not come from the same meaning as port. Ford comes from an Old English word, which then comes from a Germanic word, ferdu, and that means a passage. Oh, look at that. Wait a minute. Wait, you could be right. Oh, wow. It is related. Look at that. You're right. It's very, very loosely related, but it is related. So the word Ford comes from Old English and then Germanic, but the original word for in German, meaning a place where water can be crossed, does come from the root meaning of harbor, from Latin portus. So, well done, Paolo. Well done. Ford is related to the word port. Lily says this topic is so difficult. Why do you think it's so difficult? Many, many, many words are related, and you need to find out where they come from. If you find out where they come from, then you can understand them better. And yeah, Lily, sometimes it's a little bit hard to understand. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to understand, but not always. Not always. Sometimes they're easy to understand. Like sport. The meaning of sport means an activity that carries your mind away. I think that's pretty easy to understand. Right? Right. What is to ford in German? I don't know. It looks like it might be Durchwaten or Durchkehren. Maybe? Well, your level is only B1. You're right. So, Lily, if your level is a little bit low, it might be a little bit difficult sometimes. For the difficult words, it might be, right? But for some of the easy words, it might really help you. All right? Paulo says, etymology can be boring for non-Indo-European languages. I don't know. I think they're all interesting. I appear to have found somebody who knows more about etymology than I do, which is rare. It might be Dutch. Maybe it's Dutch. Yeah, it could be. So, would anyone like me to let's do this. Now that we did one word and I showed you how to use etymology, now you can give me another word and I will break it down and show you what the original meaning is. So, give me a word and I'll tell you where it comes from. Divine. Okay. Divine or divine? Did you spell it the way you wanted to spell it? Did you mean D-I-V-I-N-E or do you mean D-E-V-I-N-E? Yeah, I think you mean D-I-V-I-N-E, right? Divine. So the word divine comes from the Latin word divinare, meaning to foretell or predict, to look into the future. So, and that comes from the word divinus, of a god. So yeah, the word divine basically just means something from God. Something from God. Okay? And that's right. If you go back further, then it does go back before Latin. It goes back to the Proto-Indo-European. Interesting. Okay, what else? What other words do we have here? Akito wants me to look at the word tend. So to tend means to incline or move in a certain direction. And that comes from the old French tendre, meaning to stretch out or hold forth. And then from the Latin tendere, meaning to stretch or extend. So the Proto-Indo-European root has two Latin verbs, tendere, meaning to stretch, and tenere, meaning to hold or grasp. Interesting. Okay, so tend. If something tends to do something, it means that it's inclined to do something, right? Like it's likely to move in that direction, right? So in this case, the word tendere means to stretch or extend or aim or direct. So if you say, where do you tend to do this, means where do you I need to think for a moment. If something is tending to do something, it means, I imagine something leaning one way or another, right? It's going to fall one way or the other, right? And in this case, you can think about the direction, right? They're talking about which direction you hold yourself. Are you going to hold yourself this way or this way? Are you going to fall in this direction or fall in this direction? Okay? Translucent. Well, we already know that trans means across, right? Translucent. So trans means across or beyond or through. And lucere means to shine. The Latin word lucere means to shine. So translucent means to shine through something. Abstract. Abstract comes from the Latin word abstractus, meaning to draw away, or to pull away or divert. So, the word ab, meaning off or away, and in this case, the word trahere, meaning to draw. So, if something is abstract, it means it's away from normal matters, right? It's not, here are normal matters, and the abstract things are away. Okay? Expected comes from the word expect, right? Expected. Ex, meaning thoroughly in this case, and spectare, meaning to look. So, to expect something means to look thoroughly. That's kind of interesting. So, it's like you're looking. You're waiting to see what's coming, right? Think about a long time ago. Maybe you're waiting to see if somebody is coming, from a far distance or something. So, when you expect someone, you look, right? You look. Yeah, I think that's the best way to imagine it, is you're looking for something coming. Okay? How about May Day? Well, May Day comes from the... May Day originally comes from... that was a call for distress. So when a plane was going down, they would get on the radio and say, Mayday, Mayday, which in this case, it comes from the French. It's an English spelling of the French word m'aider, which was a shortening of the venez m'aider. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. But how do you say come help me in French? Who speaks French? How do you say come help me in French? Anyone? Well, the spelling's not quite right, but you're close. Right. Yeah. So, this means come help me in French. So, the original word was that, venez m'aider, which means come help me. But then it got shortened to m'aider, which then became Mayday. Mayday, Mayday. So Mayday is an American guy who doesn't speak French trying to speak French. He's trying to say, help me. But we couldn't pronounce it well. So we said Mayday, Mayday. See, that's interesting. I think that's really interesting. I didn't know that. M'aider, meaning come help me. Help. All right, what other words do I have? Paolo, I'm sorry, my friend, but I'm using etymonline.com, and that's my source. If you have other sources that are different than my sources, that's okay, but you're going to have to show them, okay? if I teach something, I have to be able to tell someone where they can go find that information. And so when I looked up the word divine in etymonline.com, I don't see anything related to what you are talking about. I don't see any Hindi root. Not that I can see, my friend. I see a Indo-European root, Deu, meaning to shine, or the sky, heaven, God, but I don't see anything else. So, it sounds like you know a lot about etymology, but if you're going to disagree with me, then you have to prove it. I'm sorry. Okay? Aulia Anissa wants me to look up the word itinerant. Itinerant comes from the late Latin itineratum. Itinerantum, that's what it is, meaning to travel. The Latin word iter, meaning a journey, from the word ire, meaning to go. So, what does itinerant mean? Right? Itinerant, right, is a traveling from place to place. If you are a traveler or you travel from place to place, okay? So, a person who travels from place to place is an itinerant. Or, as an adjective, you could say he's itinerant, meaning he travels from place to place. And the word itinerant comes from the Latin word itinerare, meaning to travel. Okay? Duden says Ford is only the American English. I don't think so, Gunter. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I'll look into it a little bit more. Jackie, I'm using the website etymonline.com. etymonline.com. And that's right, Alex, an itinerary is what you do when you're traveling. Like, where are you going, right? So it shows you where you're going to travel. Okay? Okay, Paolo, my friend, I'm really, really happy that you like etymology as much as I do. But you have to let me teach it. Okay? You have to let me teach it. All right? I'm sorry, but we can't have two people discussing what it means. We're not enemies. No, we're not. But this is my stream. This is my class, and I am the teacher. So what I say goes. All right? And I don't recommend using Google Wiki for etymology, because Wikipedia is not accurate. Okay, but Edam Online is. Okay, you don't have to go. But just try to treat this like any classroom. If you're in a classroom, you don't raise your hand and, tell the teacher he's wrong. Okay? But, Paolo, I'm impressed with your knowledge. I'm impressed with your knowledge of etymology. And I'm glad somebody else likes it as much as I do. Okay, did I have any other questions? Let me take a look. Okay, just trying to read the comments. Okay, good. Paolo, you didn't say you disagreed with me, but you're kind of contradicting me sometimes. It's not something generally good in a classroom. Okay? All right. So, everybody, it's 10:30, and it's just about time for me to go because I have to take a break, and then I have another live stream in about 30 minutes. So, before I go, let me do this first. Where is it? Maybe I didn't pull it up yet, did I? I didn't. So before I go, make sure you hit the follow button. I have about 48,000 followers, almost 49,000 followers right now. And that's awesome, but I do need more. So please hit the follow button. And you can also, if you want to follow me and you want to find me on all my other links, if you want to find me on Facebook and on YouTube and on TikTok, go to that post right there and you can sign up and follow. Okay, subscribe to my other channels. All right? Could I please explain about post-traumatic shock? Post means after. Traumatic means really difficult and terrible. Shock means it's so terrible that you don't know what to do. So post-traumatic shock means something bad happened to you, really bad, and after something bad happened to you, your body goes into a state of shock because of the trauma. Trauma means bad things happen to you. Shock means your body doesn't know what to do or think anymore. And post means after. Okay? Wrong Momo, hello. Well, we were talking about etymology. But I'm just about getting ready to end this live stream, and then I'm going to start another one in about 30 minutes, okay? So make sure you follow, make sure you share, and I will be back in about 30 minutes for my next live stream. And on my next live stream, my topic is open. So if you guys have other questions that you want to ask me, you can. All right? If you want to talk about grammar, or you want to talk about vocabulary or pronunciation or whatever, that's okay. All right? All right, everybody. I'll see you guys soon, okay? See you guys in about half an hour. Bye-bye, everyone.